Hello, this is meteorologist Todd Shea with the La Crosse National Weather Service with an update on the heavy snow that we're expecting to move into our region today. Again, our main impacts that we're looking at for this particular winter storm are snow-covered roads and low visibilities at times. A mixture of precipitation this morning will transition into mainly just a heavy snow threat, most of that threat west of the Mississippi River. And again, we'll focus on the timing as that precipitation moves in later this afternoon. The National Weather Service currently has a combination of winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories out for the area. Most of the winter storm warnings go into effect as we move through the day today. And most of that is west of the Mississippi River, covering sections of southeast Minnesota, part of northeast Iowa, and into parts of western Wisconsin. Our main impacts that we're expecting is snow-covered roads that will become quite slick, especially this evening. The evening commute is expected to be impacted. We'll see, of course, reduced visibilities during those periods of heavy snow. And then the strong winds that are out there today will not only blow some of that snow around, but we are seeing some isolated power outages because of that. As far as the hazards we're expecting, 4 to 8 inches of snow with the highest totals in southeast Minnesota, into parts of northeast Iowa. A little bit of light icing we've seen this morning too from some of the initial precipitation, and the strong wind gusts, as I mentioned, with gusts up into that 40 to 50 mile per hour wind range already. Winter storm warnings in effect for parts of the area, as I mentioned, along with advisories. And again, we're going to focus on timing here as most of that heavy snow moves in later this afternoon into tonight. Untreated roads over the next 24 to 36 hours will remain snow-covered and slippery, unfortunately. As far as the wind gusts go today, again, already seeing some power outages in parts of southeast Minnesota, and those wind gusts continue to be very strong, up to 40 to 50 miles per hour at times. Looking at the timing of mainly the heavy snow that we'll see coming through. Here's a look at midday today with, again, some spotty precipitation around. But if you watch the areas in blue highlighting the heaviest snow threat as we go into the mid-afternoon hours and then into the evening, you can see how this band quickly moves through the area with possible snow accumulation rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. And then that sweeps on to the north and east as we go into this evening. Don't be surprised with some of this heavier snow as it tracks through later today if you see a flash of lightning as well. As far as the timing for this heaviest snow band, again, we're expecting it to move into the area this afternoon in some of our southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa counties by maybe mid-afternoon, starting to approach the Mississippi River and then into Wisconsin this evening. We do have information on our website that highlight county by county our expected snowfall timings. These are a couple examples that we have from the Rochester, Minnesota and La Crosse, Wisconsin areas, showing most of that onset from mid to late afternoon and into this evening. But you can find your specific area by going to our winter monitor page. As far as total snowfall that we're expecting by later tonight, again, 4 to 8 inches, mainly west of the Mississippi River, with lighter amounts elsewhere, but still some snow-covered roads to deal with at times. Our risk levels and impacts show that the heaviest snow will be our main threat, and that again later today into tonight. The mixed precipitation, including some freezing rain and sleet, a little more minimal of a risk, and again there will be some blowing and drifting with these high winds as the snow begins to fall. A look at our latest weather story graphic just kind of highlights all of these hazards, timing, impacts for you. Again, this information is available on our web pages as a way we try to keep everyone up to date on the latest thinking. So that concludes the briefing. Again, this afternoon, heavy snow starting to set up. We urge you to keep an eye on the radar as that takes place and plan your late afternoon and evening activities accordingly.